Welcome to Your Radiant Spirit, a space for the conversations and colors that help you see yourself more clearly. I'm Heather Eck, an intuitive artist and guide, and I believe your soul speaks in the ways the mind can't always put into words, through color, energy, and the stories your body holds. This show is where we explore those messages. Through personal stories, deep conversations, and creative insight, we'll uncover what's been hidden, release what no longer serves, and begin to imagine what's possible when you live in full alignment with who you're meant to be. What you hear here is more than inspiration, it's an opening, a chance to feel the shift that could change everything. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's step into today's conversation. Hey friend, welcome back to Your Radiant Spirit. Before we dive in, I want to share a quick update from last week. You might remember how I mentioned there was a song that had mysteriously gone missing from my playlist, almost like it vanished into thin air, and well, it finally resurfaced. I finally asked a different friend, and she pointed it out to me pretty fast, like immediately. She's like, oh, that song is called Communion. It's called Communion. Isn't that beautiful? I've been listening to it on repeat, and it's inspired a new painting I'm working on that carries the same energy of union and presence. Sometimes what feels lost really does come back to us in a deeper, more meaningful way. So if you are subscribed to my newsletter, I'll be sharing more about this painting and the process along the way, including my attempt at writing ancient Hebrew on the canvas. So you're going to want to check that out. That ties right into today's conversation because we're talking about patterns and how old patterns keep us stuck, and more importantly, how we can begin to break free. If you've ever felt like you're circling the drain, whether it's in relationships, in your health, or just in how you show up for yourself, you are not alone. I call this the here-there journey. I call the middle part the messy middle. Many of us can probably relate to that. I call the messy middle part of a painting the same because when you're first starting out, you've got this vision for what it could look like, but sometimes you get stuck. Sometimes you take a look at it and you go, oh, that is not where I want to be. And the act of moving from blank canvas into a finished piece feels like it's going to take forever. And sometimes you hit that messy middle where there's just a bunch of paint on the canvas and you have no idea where it's going. And I think that's the same for all of us in life. So the here to there journey, let's start with the here list. This is where so many of us find ourselves, feeling stuck or numb, like something's off, but we can't quite name what it is. We repeat the same cycles over and over and over again in love, in work, in habits, without really knowing why. We sometimes hold pain in our body. It doesn't make sense, no matter how much you stretch or rest or journal, it just hurts. Or you might feel disconnected from yourself, like you're second guessing yourself. You used to feel like you could trust your intuition, but sometimes you're just like, I have no idea what I'm doing and I have no idea where I'm going. And so that's the there list. This is what we know is possible. What we know is possible is feeling grounded, feeling clear, finally being able to name something that's been blocking you, breaking free from old cycles, or maybe even just noticing them and actively choosing differently. We know it's possible to live with ease, with flow, with alignment instead of resistance. We know it's possible to trust your inner knowing and to move forward with confidence. And we know it's possible to feel whole and connected, not just to our bodies, but to our spirits, to our voices, to our purpose, to our passion. So here's the thing. Our emotions are energy in motion. When we express our emotions, they move through us. But when we suppress them, when we ignore them, when we carry them for too long without letting them go, that energy can get stuck in the body and it will find a way to speak. And I know that sometimes it will find a way to scream in illness or dis-ease or pain. So if you're carrying sadness or grief or loss, you might feel that energy ball up in the chest as tightness, as heaviness in the heart, or even a shortness of breath. And that's the heart chakra, and that's calling for release. It's calling to let that go. It's calling to feel lighter. If you're somebody who carries fear or insecurity, that might linger or show up in your legs, your feet, or even your lower back. That's your root chakra reminding you to find stability, to feel grounded, and to trust that you're cared for. If you've been silencing yourself, your throat might tighten, your jaw may ache, or you might notice thyroid challenges, acid reflux, throat issues. If you're someone who carries shame or self doubt and they're weighing on you, they often land in the solar plexus. That can show up as digestive issues, gut tension, or even chronic fatigue. Our bodies are incredible truth tellers. They hold on to what our minds can't always process or keep. And when we listen to our bodies, we start to notice not just the pattern, but also the pathway out. Our bodies are so full of wisdom, and oftentimes they're communicating to us in ways we just haven't learned to listen to yet, or in a language that we haven't learned to speak yet. So here's my invitation to you to take a deep breath and place your hand somewhere on your body, maybe that you've been noticing has been whispering or starting to scream, and ask yourself, what pattern feels like it's the hardest to shake right now? And if you can't answer the pattern question, maybe you just want to notice something in your body that has been asking for your attention, and you're finally going to just notice it. This is a judgment-free zone, my friends. This is just awareness. We're not looking for answers. We're just looking to notice. Our emotions don't just float around. They land in the body. They show us where we feel blocked, unsupported, or disconnected. And when we bring awareness and intention, we can shift that energy. So let's walk through the chakras together with both the patterns that might show up and the affirmations that we can use to gently begin to release them. Let's start with the root chakra. The root chakra is associated with the color red. The root supports our legs, our feet, and our lower back. When you're feeling unsupported, unstable, or like you can't stand on your own, it shows up there. You might feel anxious, ungrounded, or insecure about money, home, or even belonging. So your affirmation for the root chakra is, I am safe. I am grounded. Life supports me, and I can step forward with courage. If you have been denying your feelings or creativity, you might be feeling tightness or pain in your sacral chakra, which is your hips, your uterus area, your womb, or your lower belly. This is associated with the color orange. You might feel numb, like you can't express your emotions. Maybe you're uninspired. Maybe you feel disconnected from joy or intimacy. So here's your affirmation. I am allowed to feel. I am allowed to create. My joy and pleasure matter. If you're somebody who's feeling shame or self-doubt or a fear of rejection, it can settle in your solar plexus, which is all about your stomach, your gut, your digestion. It's associated with the color yellow. It can feel like knots in your stomach, digestive issues, or fatigue from overgiving. I can so relate to this one. Your affirmation here is, I release old shame. I trust myself. My power is mine to hold and express freely. The next two, these come up so much for me and my clients when I'm working with them, the heart and the throat. In the heart area, we're connected to our chest, our lungs, our shoulders. We harbor unprocessed grief, heartbreak, or fear of vulnerability that weighs very heavily in the center. It can feel like pressure, tightness, or the inability to exhale can manifest as actual heart blockages, high blood pressure, tightness of breath. Your affirmation here is, I am open to love. I release grief. I am worthy of connection and compassion. We're moving up to the throat chakra. This is blue. This affects your neck, your jaw, your thyroid, your mouth. When your truth is silenced, whether by yourself or by others, you might notice tension here, sore throats, or holding your jaw tight. So your affirmation is, my voice matters. I speak my truth with clarity, with ease, and with compassion. We're going to move up to the third eye here. This is your forehead between your eyebrows. This is the color indigo. And if you are feeling confused, or you are part of the Overthinkers Anonymous Club, you're doubting your intuition, You might feel foggy, disconnected, or unable to trust your inner vision. Your affirmation is, I trust my intuition. I see clearly. I honor the wisdom within me. And finally, the crown chakra, which sits at the tops of our heads. It's governed by the color white and violet. You might have a disconnection from your faith, from your spirit. You might feel like you're missing your sense of meaning, or you can feel like you're in isolation, you're going it alone. Your affirmation here is, I'm connected, I'm guided, I am part of something greater than myself. So take a slow breath in and let these words land in a part of your body that needs it the most today. And friend, if you are still here with me, thank you so much. It tells me that you're ready for deeper healing and that you have a curiosity about how you can move through life with more ease. This is the work that I do all the time in the studio through my artwork, through my one-on-one sessions with people, and in my art classes. I guide women through the process of uncovering the root of what's been keeping them stuck, gently releasing it, and reclaiming the life that's been waiting for them. So if you feel the pull, you'll find the link in the show notes to book a call with me. I just want you to know that you're so deeply loved. You are not broken. You're becoming. Until next time, please keep listening, please keep creating, and keep trusting in your radiant spirit. I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me today on Your Radiant Spirit. Every conversation here is an invitation to go beyond the surface, to listen to what your soul has been whispering, and to step into the life you've been longing for. If you're ready to go deeper, to work in a way that's personal, creative, and profoundly transformative, you'll find ways to connect with me in the show notes. Whether it's through art, a guided session, or a fully immersive journey, you'll discover a space where your truth is seen and your next chapter begins. If this episode spoke to you, it would mean the world if you shared it with a friend, left a review, or subscribed so more people can discover the conversations we have here. Until next time, my friend, keep noticing the colors, the moments, and the nudges. They're all leading you home. And for now, take a breath, hold on to what resonated, and carry it with you into the rest of your day. Thanks for listening.